Hey guys, how's it going? So today I'm going to talk to you about how to grow a beard. Now, one of the main things you need to know is don't shave. Don't even start trying to shape it up and you're only about 3 weeks in. No, you need to throw away that razor and you need to let it grow for at least 2 months, minimum of 2 months. Because what it is, some of your hair follicles take longer to grow in than others. So I've got quite a short beard. Now I used to have quite a long beard and I always said to myself, wow, I've got quite a patchy beard. But if you look now, my beard is quite patchy in places. So I'm just on the side here. I get a little bit of patchiness underneath here. But you'll have hair follicles that take a lot longer to come in than others. So you definitely need to leave it a little bit longer. Now, let's say you're coming up to 3 months, you've not trimmed your beard, you're starting to look quite bushy on the sides, and maybe you've got a lot of hair on just lower than your neckline, just past your Adam's apple. Now, what I'd start to say is that you need to start figuring out a shape that will match your face. So what I would go with in terms of how thick and full you want your beard to look is, I get asked this all the time. People go, how do you make your beard look so full? And the first thing I always say, lift your head up. And you show me their neckline, and their neckline starts like just lower than their chin. And it's like, you're never going to get a fuller looking beard if your neckline starts at your chin. You'll never get there, because what it is, the key rule I've always stood by is the L and the backwards L. So what you want to do, you want to get the top of your index finger on now the crease of your ear. Yeah, once you've got that, you use the thumb and come underneath, and the crease in between your thumb and index finger, you want to put that in the apex of your jaw. Yeah, so once you've got that point there, that's where you need to be marking off where your neckline is. So anything underneath, trim. Anything on the top, leave. So after you've done that is the cheek line. Now this is quite a tricky part to do, because the cheek line is, I've done it myself before, and you end up taking hairs away, and then before you know it, you end up down here. So anything that hairs that are out of place, that come a little bit higher than the actual cheekbone itself, you need to just trim them away. I know you can get tools that mark off exactly where your cheek line should be, but I would always take away the hairs that are like on top of the cheek, just on top, or just above the cheekbone. Now after you've done that, I always this is personal preference, I don't really like a long moustache, so I tend to follow my lip line. Now you can either use a pair of clippers for that or a pair of scissors. A lot of that is just down to personal preference. Now once you've done that, and you tend to see the side of your beard is still quite bushy and out of place, what I tend to do is, a lot of people will comb down, and I feel that tends to put like a wave in the beard. So one key that I've always stood by is comb towards like your ear backwards, because what that does then is you're combing against a flat surface, so it reminds you of like an ironing board. So once you iron, you're not going to iron off the end of an ironing board, so that obviously would then put a crease in. So that's what I kind of get with my jawline. If I comb down against the flat face and it runs off my jawline, that's when you're going to get that wave in the beard. So if you comb backwards, and then it's going to put it flat, and then you can then just brush it down. In terms of shaving the side, when I get my razor, I don't ever come into the beard. Never ever come into the beard. Always come down and away from the beard. So you see them little scraggly edges that stick out. Now you want to come down and away. Don't ever go into the beard. That's a no. Always come down and away from the beard. Now after that, you want to tend to use either a beard balm or a beard oil. Now you can pick up beard balms pretty much anywhere, and you can spend like from about £3 up right up to about 20 odd pound on balm. It's a lot of it is, most of the ingredients is virtually the same apart from the scents. Now I tend to use the Utility Balm by Beard Brand. Now this is quite a big tub. It's 100 ml, so with this one it's quite a tough to work in, but it gives you a nice shape. Now with Beard Balm, that is I've only used that to shape my beard, so you can get, it's kind of like hair wax, so the which way you want to put your hair. The same principle with the beard. Now with the oil, I used Honest Amish. Now with the oil, you want to be, this is more, I feel this is more of a moisturiser for the skin underneath. It nourishes the skin around the hair follicles, and the more you're putting the oil on, it will stimulate the hair growth. So as long as you're cleaning, exfoliating the skin underneath the beard, it will help the beard to grow in better. So I would definitely recommend beard oil, just to moisturise that skin underneath. It will also stop the itching. In terms of a comb, I use the Kent combs. Now Kent comb, they're handcrafted combs, and they're absolutely brilliant in terms of you can get a cheapo comb for about £2 or £3, and they tend to snag in the beard. Now with the Kent comb, you're definitely not going to get that snagging, because they're all handcrafted, so you're not going to have any offcuts in the actual tines itself, so it runs straight through the beard. So I would definitely recommend the Kent comb, but these combs can be they can be up to about £8 to £10. They are quite expensive combs, but an alternative is a wooden comb. Now wooden combs are just as good. Now a lot of wooden combs have the thicker tine side and the thinner tine side. Now I've always used this side, obviously, for a more bigger beard, and then the thinner one I can use for my moustache, and just comb that in. Also, once you're combing it in as well, you're exfoliating the skin underneath. And I always put my beard oil on, use the comb, get right in there, comb it all into shape, and that obviously helps moisturise the skin underneath. So I would definitely recommend a decent comb. Any of these items that I've talked about, I will put a link in the description below where you can pick these up. So yeah, give this a whirl. Let me know in the comments below how you get on. If you think this video is any good, like, comment, subscribe, and cheers guys.